Signing Myles Jack and Zach Cunningham was another great move by the best GM in football, Howie Roseman. Yet, all the haters want to go out there and the Cowboy fans and want to say, oh, you signed a bunch of players that aren't any good. But they missed the point. The point is that their GM sits there and does nothing this time of year, while the Eagles GM is constantly getting better. And speaking of getting better, I have waited 30 years for this. Something big came today. Pause. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, Dingbat here. I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. So yesterday, Howie Roseman, once again, in front of 50,000 people in a public practice, proved why he is still the best GM in football, and it's not even close. Bringing in Zach Cunningham and Myles Jack, giving the Eagles the deepest roster in the NFL, yet the Cowboy fans and other haters want to act and dismiss these signings like it was nothing. Just shove it up under the rug and don't worry about it. They couldn't be more wrong, and we're going to get into why in a second. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, the most throttled Eagles content creator in all of the internet. And if you've been subscribed for a while, thank you so much for the support you give to me. Thank you for everybody in the live stream yesterday. It was a blast. It really was fun. This Saturday, we have the Eagles preseason game. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to watch it. We will be streaming it, so come hang out with me. It should be a lot of fun. Even though it's preseason, and even though after the first series we're going to be like, all right, we're ready for the regular season, we'll be happy. It'll be great. But the Eagles, they're back, and I absolutely love it. Now, before I get into the Howie stuff, and basically, I got a lot of stuff on my chest I got to get off today. So I don't know if this is like a mini rant or what. I don't know. But I got to get it off my chest. But before I do that, I got to show you something, right? Because today, just a little while ago, got this package. I got this big package, Pauls, in the mail. And we're going to open it up and take a look at it. So let's do that right now. Oh my gosh, and here it is. That's what I thought it would be. Kelly Green, Devontae Smith. It has arrived. And this is the first time I'm looking at it with these two eyes here. So let's just open this up and take this out. I was hoping that it would come in the box. I didn't get the box. Why didn't I get the box? Is that because you have to have the other one, the fuse? I'll get the fuse, but I want the box. All right, so here it is. Wow. Devontae Smith with the greatest logo right there in sports. Devontae Smith jersey. This is great. This is a great Kelly Green. There's no question about it. I need to go compare it to the other ones I have, my other Kelly Greens. But I'm starting to like this shade of Kelly Green even more and more than I did when I first saw it. I'm starting to like this a lot. God, I want the Eagles to go back to this. This looks so good. This is so poppin', man. This is badass. Kelly Green, cannot wait to put this on. Devontae Smith, this thing is beautiful. Mwah! I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, man, that thing is awesome. It is awesome. So the Kelly Green finally came. I got to order a bunch more. But as great as the Kelly Green is, and as everything has seemed to go our way the last few years, I think it's going to continue. Because I think right now, after the Myles Jack, Zach Cunningham signing, I think you have the deepest roster in the National Football League. And I'm not the only one to say so. Peter King, who's been doing his rounds to all the training camps, he's even saying so. The Eagles have the deepest roster in the NFL. Now, a lot of that has to do with Jalen Hurts, who I think he turned 25 years old today. 25 years old, acts like he's 45. Very, very mature kid. Love the kid, but happy birthday to Jalen Hurts on his 25th birthday. Wish him nothing but the best, him and his family. Now, I think Jalen Hurts is a big reason why the Eagles are going to be good for years to come. People want to play with Jalen Hurts. We hear it every time a player comes a free agent. They want to play with the Eagles. They want to play with the Eagles. They want to play with the Eagles. They're not wanting to play with Dak Prescott. They're going to wanting to play with the Eagles, and that's going to continue. And I think, with our GM like Howie Roseman and the combination of a Jalen Hurts, somebody who attracts players, the Eagles are always going to have good players coming in and out, and they're always going to have options. And yesterday, to see what they did with Zach Cunningham and Myles Jack, to me, it was a great move. It was a great move. And I know the Cowboy fans want to say it and dismiss it. Even some Eagle fans want to dismiss it. But I think they're missing the point, okay? Here's what Bleeding Green said about the signing of the two guys. I thought it was something worth listening to. Zach Cunningham is 28 years old. He's good size at 6'3", 238 pounds. He started 66 games in Houston from 2017 to 2021. He was limited to 6 starts in Tennessee last year. Jack is 27. He's 6'1", 244. He started 82 games with the Jaguars from 2016 to 2021. He started 13 games for the Steelers last season. Nick Sirianni faced both players on a regular basis, and when he was with the Colts, he thought highly of both of them. The players have the kind of experience, and this is key, the kind of experience the Eagles need in their linebacking room. Now, to me, that is really one of the keys to this whole signing. It just amazes me that you get so many people who are like, well, yeah, but they did make a signing. They signed two linebackers who were shot. They have nothing left. They're done. There's nothing left with them. And I think to myself, wait a second. You're complaining about the Eagles making moves and going out and getting linebackers. Your Cowboys don't make any moves. You can't even bring in your guard who's holding out. See, it's funny to me that all these people talk about the Eagles and, they signed this guy and they signed that guy. They could have done better. You're not going to sign Ray Lewis in July or, in August. You're not going to do it. Ray Lewis is not going to be available. Those kind of players are off the market. You can only get them in a trade. Now, sure, you might be saying, well, they could have signed Patrick Queen. Why didn't they get Patrick Queen? Well, it takes 2 to tango for a Patrick Queen or a Isaiah Simmons. You can't just go and sign them. You have to work out a trade. You don't know what Baltimore is asking. You don't even know if Baltimore wants to trade a Patrick Queen. So you're really limited. But the key and the important part of this whole thing is that you have a GM that is sitting there, and he is constantly, I say sitting there, he is not sitting there. He is not on his ass. He is out there trying to get better. The Eagles at least can look at their team, and they can say, all right, we're thin at linebacker. Let's go improve it. Oh, we're thin at safeties. Let's start looking at options. Oh, we might need another receiver. Let's look at it. Other teams sit there and they want to pat themselves on the back, the GMs and the front office. They're watching training camp, sitting in the room, drinking their little drinks, probably don't have their pinky up because they don't have any class. And they're sitting there, and Jerry Jones, he's celebrating his birthday, having a birthday party. He's 3,566 years old. And, he's having another birthday party during training camp, 3,567 years old. The guy is telling everybody how great his team is, how great their roster is. He's 3,568 years old, yet he has a guard in Zach Martin that he's sitting there and he can't even sign him or bring him in. But they want to complain about the Eagles going out and getting better. Myles Jack and Zach Cunningham don't have to be Ray Lewis. You see, they don't have to be Ray Lewis. They need to be Myles Jack and Zach Cunningham, players with experience who have gone out there and have played the game of football before. You bring that locker room experience with that, you're fine. The Eagles go to the Super Bowl last year. Who were their linebackers? It wasn't Ray Lewis, okay? It was Kaiser White and T.J. Edwards. They're not like top 5 linebackers in the National Football League, okay? T.J. Edwards, he is a good player, but he didn't go out and break the bank with Chicago. The Eagles could have signed him if they wanted to. Go look at his contract. The reason they didn't was because they know they have something in a Kobe Dean. All right, they do. So to me, by what the Eagles did exactly what they had to do. You've got to remember, this is a team that doesn't construct their roster to pay linebackers a ton of money. They're never going to overpay linebackers. They just don't do it. The fact that they even went out and got 2 tells me a lot. And all those guys need to do is come in, play a role, they just need to be decent. That's all. They don't need to be stars. The defensive line is the bread and butter of this defense. That is going to make everything go. When they do their job, everything will be a little bit easier for the linebackers. They've got the corners. Safety, we might still have to work out. But the Eagles don't need these guys to be Ray Lewis. They just need them to be NFL veteran linebackers who know what they're doing, can go out and play. And if they get that from them, then you're fine. You're more than fine. You're tremendous. This is the deepest roster in the NFL. Nobody's going to stop this offense, okay? You've seen this offense. It's devastating. The best offensive line in football. Best defensive line in football. One of the best cornerback trios in football. You can't stop this team. And what the Eagles did in getting Myles Jack and Zach Cunningham, a lot of people are missing the point. The point isn't to go out and get an all-star or all-pro that you're going to have to sign big money. The point is to get somebody who could come in and basically give you experience, give the young guys help, and go out there and fill a need if need be. If the guy can't go, you put him in. That's it. You get just decent play from your linebackers, your defense is set. Because really, this defense is built around the defensive line and getting pressure on the quarterback. That's what it's all about. And you can't stop this offense. So you're going to have to score 30 points against the Philadelphia Eagles. But what Howie Roseman did here was he shored up the linebacking spot so you have players that can come in and play and do their job. Myles Jack, Zach Cunningham can go out and they can do that job. They can fill that role. It was a great move by the Eagles. And while everybody's, like I said, Jerry Jones, 3,569 years old, having a birthday, and happy birthday to Jerry Jones, by the way. He's 3,570 years old. I mean, geez, I hope I live to 3,571. I really do. The guy saw Moses come off the mountain. He was polishing the idol, and Moses threw the 10 Commandments at him, and he hit him right in the face. That's why his face is all like this, you know. But he's still alive. He's still alive. You know, it is what it is. The guy was in World War II. He was in there. He was planning the first atom bomb strike. He was planning it. He was hanging out with Oppenheimer. They were having coffee together. You know what I mean? The guy's been around. 3,573 years old. Yet he still can't go make their roster better. He can't even bring in the guard. Their best guard, maybe one of the best players on their team, because of money. But Howie Roseman's out there filling holes, paws for this team, and people are mad because it's not Ray Lewis. It doesn't have to be. You're not built that way. You just need guys that could be capable, could go out and play. And that's what he did. And he's going to do it again at safety, and he's not going to stop. While these other GMs are all putting themselves and clapping and telling you how great they are, how great their team is, like Jerry Jones, 3,573 years old. Guess what? Howie Roseman is just getting better, and he's just making his team better. The Myles Jack, Zach Cunningham, those signings should not be underestimated. What the Eagles did was very similar, in my opinion, to what they did at the defensive tackle spot last year. When you sit there and you have Kelvin Joseph and you had Dominican Sue come in after Jordan Davis got hurt. What did they do? They bring those guys in to fill a role, and they came in and they did it. This is the same situation, and it's going to work. And it's going to work because linebacker, I know people don't like to hear it, but it's not the most important position for the Eagles. And according to the way they value it, it's just the way it is. We'll see what Christian Ellis does, but I have no doubt. I mean, listen, Cunningham is 28. Myles Jack is 27. I think they have a few years left. And I think this is the perfect team for them to come to and show that they still can play. It's the perfect situation. And I think you'll see Myles Jack and Nakobe Dean starting. And those people, I know that they don't believe, a lot of people don't believe Nakobe Dean's going to be any good. They think he's just some small guy that's going to get pushed around. Maybe he will. We'll see. We'll find out. But I know this. If the Eagles really didn't believe in Nakobe Dean, they wouldn't have signed him. They would have signed T.J. Edwards, rather. They would have let they would have not let T.J. Edwards walk. They would have signed him, and Nakobe Dean would still be a backup. But they believed in Nakobe Dean so much, they let T.J. Edwards out the door. Kaiser White, let's face it, he disappeared a year ago, halfway through the season. Both these guys can fill that. Howie Roseman has done a great job. Those moves, Myles Jack and Zach Cunningham, are very, very underrated. And don't let any Cowboy fans tell you that it was a bad move and the Eagles are somehow worse because of it, or we're a bad team because of it. When the fact is their teams are making no moves. At least our GM is making moves, and he's making the right ones. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Did you guys see Woogie? Have you seen Woogie? Woogie has lost his mind. He's got an Eagles helmet on, Washington jersey, and Colt pants. He's confused. He doesn't know where he's at. The guy has never gotten over the fact that the little guy, Howie Roseman, with his Napoleon hat, his pocket pencil protector, his glasses, went off on him. Carson gets a concussion in the playoff game versus Seattle. He's in the locker room throwing up his wife's by his side, and Howie Roseman's telling him, "Get your butt out there and play. I don't care. Get there." And he's going, bleh, 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 and Howie's yelling at him, standing on his tiptoes, and his wife's crying, ah, ah, ah. And it's all chaos. I got an HBO series coming out on this. Anyways, this is what happened. Carson Wentz has never been the same. Now Woogie is confused. He's got the Eagles helmet, Washington jersey, and Colts pants. Totally crazy. The only way Woogie can ever get over any of this, he's got to face Howie Roseman. Otherwise, he'll never be a Jedi.